What is up, closers? Let me know if the audio is clear, and I'm just going to do a quick check to see if I am indeed live. What is up? Know if the audio is clear, and I'm very good. It seems that everything is in place. So if you're watching this live right now, drop a comment, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. It is 3 p.m. Monday here in Singapore, and the topic of this week is about more work. Because how many of you closers are in this place right now? And I've heard one of you use the phrase that I'm in the darkness, where it's not that you can't do more work. You are perfectly capable of doing the work, but you just feel like, no matter how much work I do, it's not moving the needle. So the purpose of today's video is to share this coming Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, this coming Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, it's time for another round of my free trainings. I dish this up from time to time to update you guys as I progress in my own closing career, the things that I learn, the things that I'm working on. And the last one was how to position yourself as a high-ticket closer. Okay, it's based on my own personal methods since I've been using since 2018. And this next one is going to be, what is up, Wendy Nelson? Nice to see you. 2 a.m. in Tennessee. That's great. So awesome to have you with us. Yeah, so the last one was how to position yourself as a closer. So if you have not seen that training and you are still positioning yourself the same way that all the other, go to LinkedIn and do a search, high ticket closer. You will see 44,000. That is 44,000 closers having the same branding, same cover photo, same banner, same tagline. If you were a business owner and all of you applied to the same thread, who would you know who to take notice, who to interview, who to hire, right? So if you haven't seen the training on how to position yourself as a closer, drop a comment, hashtag position, okay, hashtag position, and I'll send over the replay of the last training that I did. The next one, which is this coming Tuesday, which is 10th, okay, 10th August, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, and that's Wednesday for my time, 9 a.m. in the morning, okay? We are going to address the transition of, if you are in a part-time job, you are in a full-time job, and you know that, staying in that position and putting in all that hard work, making someone else rich, it's good for the short term. You've made your savings, you are secure, but like in the long term, I'm not going to stay here forever. I want a real plan to do this remotely, okay? So we are going to address that on how to make that seamless transition into doing this full time. And just to be perfectly clear, this game is not an escape. It is not an escape. In no way is this game easier than your full-time job, okay? Because when you do this, you have no boss. There's no one to supervise you. There's no one to train you. You are on your own, which means that mentally you need to be strong. You need to be guided. Okay, you need to be trained. You become a sales athlete. So if anything, you need to become even more focused, even more disciplined, even more in charge. You need to have that attitude, okay, that this is my own business. Otherwise, don't leave your job. This is not a game for you. There was a closer that mentioned to me, I'm not willing to sacrifice that 10, 20 hours. Look at any entrepreneur. The first year of their business, they will always tell you that I didn't have enough sleep. I didn't have time to eat. My months are up and downs, highs and lows. This is entrepreneurship. The moment you have no boss, whether you do copywriting, whether you do drop shipping, e-commerce, high ticket closing, this becomes your own business. So if you don't feel that you're willing to make that sacrifice, you don't want to build that mental fortitude for yourself, then this is not the game for you. Okay, but on the other hand, if you see yourself as a sales athlete, you're willing to be trained, you're willing to be coached, you're willing to be guided to show up and get stronger and stronger at playing this game, then this is the path for you. And the rewards, the ROI, okay, of living life on your own terms, dictating your own schedule, you decide if it is worth it. Okay, because today I'm in my own home, in my own room, and I can do this remotely anywhere. So choose your heart. Both are hard, but which one do you want? Do you want to have? Do you want to travel, commute, rush hour every morning? Do you want to work under the pressure of bosses that you don't like, and that you can be fired any moment? Your efforts not recognized, and the ceiling is always there. Do you want to see your difficult colleagues every day and having to be in the environment? Or do you want to be a high ticket closer? You can choose the team that you want to be in. You can choose the business owners that you want to partner up with. Okay, you have more control over your schedule. As long as you hit your targets, your boss is not going to care what you do. You understand what I'm saying? So let me go into the first point of this video. I want to address the 3 stages. Okay, if you are following so far, comment #following. I'm not sure if I can see your comments. Okay, #following. I'm going to go into the 3 stages right now that a closer goes through in his career, okay, or her career. Stage 1 is when you just graduated from whatever sales program that you hail from. You're out in the market, you're searching for gigs, and you are between 0 to your first gig. And a lot of times when closers land their first gig, they are like so excited, right? Because especially for me as well, I went for a long walk after closing my first influencer. And very quickly you will realize that landing your first influencer is no big deal. Why? Put in the comments why do you think it's no big deal. Awesome, Wendy is following. If you guys watch the replay as well at your own time zone, because I know when I'm awake, everyone is asleep. When I'm asleep, everyone is awake. So when you watch the replay, okay, follow along. Landing an influencer is easy. Why? Because anyone can say yes to each other. I see quite a few of you online watching this as well. So drop a comment so I can see who's watching and what are your thoughts and concerns. Obviously, you wouldn't be watching this if it wasn't relevant to you, unless you like to see my beautiful, handsome face. Landing an influencer is easy because anyone can say yes to each other. Once you get in, things change, and change is the only constant in our game. If you want stability, you want security, go find that in a job. In this online space, what if you land an influencer today and you sign whatever contract that you wanted to sign, and tomorrow they say, I'm fixing my funnel, I'm putting my ads on pause. We have just recruited. What is up, Swagatam? So awesome to have you. You get a point I'm saying, and they say, oh, we just onboarded a new closer, we recruited a new closer, and now you're competing with them. At least like the potential for change is infinite. Okay, that's why I say, if you want a sales, you want stability, you want security, this game is not for you, because in this business, change is the only constant. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So you are only as good as your performance for today. You're only as good as your performance for this week. You're only as good as your performance for this month. Imagine, right now I'm closing full-time for influencer in the States. It doesn't matter what the contract says. If I don't perform, if other salespeople on the team are performing better than me, very quickly I won't have a gig anymore. Okay, or if for whatever reason, if the influencer decides to change anything, I won't have a gig anymore. So when you are at this first stage of going from 0 to 1, great work, celebrate, but don't be too happy because the journey has just begun. Because what you want to go is from stage 0 to 1. Okay, you want to go to stage 2, where now you have had 2 to 3 of these like B grade gigs under your belt. And here's the biggest difference. You see, when you are at stage 1, you have no experience. You have no leverage in the market, right? You can't negotiate. You can't really have a lot of autonomy. You can't really exercise a lot of your choice because you are green. You are new, right? So you have to pay your dues, do whatever cold calling, appointment setting, right? Help your influencer with the email, with the funnel. Like, I know a lot of you go through that, and I know how it feels, but you're at stage 1. So once you go through that phase and you have 2 to 3 gigs under your belt, now it's different. Okay, because now you have experience. You have experience. You have something to mention in your portfolio. Okay, now you have more leverage to find those B plus gigs. Okay, those A minus gigs where the lead flow is stronger, the quality of the influencer is higher, the strength and the funnel, the strength of the lead flow, the strength of the funnel, the strength of the lead flow is stronger, the funnel is stronger as well. And so now the game is on, the intensity is higher. But the difference is, from your experience, from the stage 1 phase, your skill is higher, your stock is higher, your experience is stronger, and now you are more ready to play this game with the B plus influencer, with the A minus influencer, right? And during this phase, your income is going to be more stable. Not because your job is stable. Put in the comments, why do you think as you progress from stage 1 to 2, stage 1 being you have no gig, stage 2 being now you have 1 to 3 gigs under your belt, okay? Why does this make your income more stable? It's not because the influencer is more stable. It's not because your job is more secure. Okay, the answer is because your skill is more stable. Does that make sense? When leads come your way, you can get something. When calls come your way, you can close something. So when you're being paid on your performance basis, with which each deal that you close, the income starts to come in, and the only reason that your income is changing, the only reason why your closing gig is more stable, nothing on the outside changed. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing on the outside changed. It is your skills. It is your consistency. It is your understanding of the game, your mastery, experience. Okay, I'm not talking about a 7-week program. I'm not talking about your role play. I'm talking about you being battle tested, having the actual experience. You've taken like 50 calls by this point, 100 calls by this point. You've closed 5 to 10 deals by this point. So is it really the sales programs that are giving you that power, or is it you are giving yourself that consistency, that resilience when you fail forwards through that first 1 gig, that 2nd gig, that 3rd gig? Sure, I know those are not ideal. You're doing a ton of work, okay, but by that 3rd gig, you're a different closer. You're at stage 2 now. Okay, and once you're at stage 2, things become more secure. Okay, things become more predictable. Even if you know you were to be fired, you know that you can easily repeat that cycle to get better opportunities. So can you put in the chat and tell me, okay, as you transition from stage 1 to 2, what is your definition of stability by this point? Because a lot of you are so afraid to get into this game. You're afraid to leave the comfort of your job. And really the root of it all is your definition of security. It's your definition of stability. If deep down your definition of stability is, I just need to show up, clear up my SOP for the day, And at the end of the month, my boss is going to pay me my 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. It's so comfortable. Why would I leave this? It's predictable. So if that is your definition of stability and consistency, this game is not for you. Okay, because like I was saying, change, chaos is the only constant for an entrepreneur. So can you handle that? Can you stomach that? Because that is what you need to fail forwards for your first 1, 2, and 3 gigs, where it will be shitty. Okay, because you're not there yet. So obviously the influences you attract are going to be at the same level. If you're new, don't be surprised if your influencer is new. Okay, if you're very Ruby, don't be surprised that your influencer is very Ruby. If you're very stressed out, don't be surprised if your influencer is very stressed out. You cannot attract an opportunity that is outside of your frequency. It's just impossible. Go think about it, okay? So comment #following if you have been following so far, because now I'm going to talk about stage 3. Stage 3 is when now you have like 5 to 6 gigs under your belt. By this point, you're very experienced. You can be onboarded super quickly. You can take calls without much preparation. And you're confident because you are battle tested. Now, at this point, you can start to negotiate. Okay, a lot of things on your own terms. Your commissions, the terms, your expectations of the leads. By this point, you are like legend level, and life becomes so much easy. You can always apply to better and better and better opportunities. Like you are dialed in. Okay, this is usually like 2 years in of doing this full time. 2 years. Okay. How many closers do you know? Put it in the chat. How many closers do you know have been doing this for at least 2 years, and they are doing this full time? They don't have a day job. They don't have a side job. They don't have a in-person sales job. They started from scratch, like myself, like you. They have completely no sales experience, and they were able to make this work. Put in the chat I can count with like one hand. How many closers do you know that are doing this full time from no sales experience, and they've been doing it for more than 2 years? Because once you get to that point, okay, things become very stable because you know how this game works. Okay, so put in the chat, which stage are you at right now, and what is your goal in this stage? So are you clear on the different stages and how to transition through them? If you don't have the ability, the resilience to fail forwards and build experience, this game is not for you. You want predictable life? Okay, go back to the job. Okay. So now, does it make sense when I say, in order to fail forwards in this process, mindset, okay, I'm at point number 2 now. Your mindset and your relationship with success and failure is key. It is not more work. Because so many of you are relying on that willpower, on that hard work to say, I'm just going to hold on for a little bit longer. And I can tell you 6 months from now, you will quit this game if you continue to do that. And the reason is because this approach of hard work, you go into groups, you comment, interested, DM me, DM you, PM me, PM you. Okay, when I go into those threads, I comment just like, let's go, because I want these posts to show up more on my feed. I'm not applying for them, but I can see all of you, just going through the grind. And even when you land those gigs, it's not ideal. So your confidence takes a hit, you feel demoralized, and now, with every hit that you take, you're closer and closer to tapping out and going back to the job. True or false? Okay, so the reason this happened is not because you can't work hard. I know you can work hard because I see you commenting on every single post. I'm in those groups too. I comment too. I know you're working hard. I know you're role playing. I know you are thinking every day, how can I make this work? How can I make this work? How can I make this work? And you're pushing. And hey, if hard work could work, it would have worked already. The reason it is not working is a deeper reason. It's your relationship with money, it's your relationship with wealth, it's your relationship with abundance, it's your relationship with success, it's your relationship with failure, true or false. Because that feeling inside when you take action, you see, it's easy to take the action. All of us can take the same action. But why is the outcome so different? It has nothing to do with the action. If deep down you have a mental file, mental file, a bunch of mental files combining to form your paradigm. If inside this thing in you is saying, every time I get this close to success, push it away because I am not ready. A sales opportunity comes. I have referred so many opportunities to salespeople, and the opportunity is being delivered on a silver platter to them, and still they find a way to not see that message. They find a way to be late for the interview. They find a way to just sabotage the call from happening because of this. So many reasons. Maybe when you were a child, and these are real life examples, your parents often told you things that got into your system. And now when you are an adult, full-grown adult, and you are putting in the hard work, that story, that drama, that script of you not being worthy enough, that success is not inside you, that you take the hard work, what do you think is going to happen? I've seen countless and countless salespeople sabotage themselves this way because of the internal dialogue. And what a lot of closers do is they sweep this internal dialogue underneath the rug. They don't want to see it, they don't want to hear it, they don't want to touch it. They pretend it doesn't exist, and they tell themselves, if I continue to apply, if I continue to role play, I can comfortably grow into my goals. But hey, your goals is 3K a month, 5K a month, 10K a month. If you play at this level, how are you ever going to hard work your way into being that A+ closer that at your fullest potential? That's who you can be. Okay, but why? Why do closers ignore that root cause? Because it is painful. That's what it is. But role playing is easy. Applying, typing, that's easy. Okay, but fixing your internal paradigm, how do I do it? Where do I start? Is it going to benefit me? Well, you tell me. Look at every single time you have sabotaged yourself from success, and be honest with yourself. Okay, I know for a fact that the three of you watching this live right now and the rest of you watching the replay, you know exactly. And hey, don't fool me, okay? Because I'm one of you. Whatever you're going through, I experience it on a daily basis. I see closers go through it on a daily basis. And all this sales training that you're going for, that's giving you more techniques, more frameworks, more physical structure, you know for a fact that it does not move the needle. Because I've seen closers use these methods to land gigs, and yay, they succeed. And 1 week later, 2 weeks later, they get fired because their internal structure can't hold. The foundation can't hold. You see, every day I show up, every day I produce content, every day I love all my prospects. The good ones, the quality ones, the angry ones, the ones that test me, the ones that scold me, the ones that pay, the ones that don't pay. I am so in love with my work because my paradigm is fully aligned with this path. If yours is not aligned, you can get the script, you can get the structure, you can land a gig. And 1 week from now, 2 weeks from now, when the pressure is on, if your structure can't hold, then more work is not the answer. So now, do you understand in point 2, okay, why I say mindset is key? There's this idea in the closing space that mindset is just 2 weeks. Positive thinking and abundance, affirmations, and boom, I'm ready to go. Look at the world of sports. How many athletes do you see have the best skills, have the best structure, but when it is clutch time, championship point, match point, gold medal point, who are the ones that clutch and win? Who are the ones that crack and lose? So is mindset really a 2-week program? You tell me. Okay, so far, if you have internalized everything I've said, drop a comment, #mindset. So I know that you are following. I see 100% from Miss Wendy. And I see a limiting beliefs. Yes, you are absolutely right. That is the culprit. That is the culprit, Wendy. Okay, so my third and final point is, so this coming Tuesday, I will be doing a training that addresses all three. Because to be fair, mindset is not just invisible. Okay, a real teacher of the mindset gives you the why, gives you the how, and gives you the what, so that you go from the invisible stuff all the way to concrete, practical, tangible hows. Okay, for an athlete to succeed, it's not just the why, okay, it's not just the how, you also need the what. You need a complete system. And it's been 26 minutes, so I'm not going to stay on much longer, but I will tell you that this coming Tuesday I will address all three parts, because that is the complete picture of what you need to have to play this game full time. Okay, this coming Tuesday. So Swagatam says mindset is ever evolving. Exactly, man. So mindset has been given this vague name of positive thinking, affirmations, morning routine. So this Tuesday, I'm going to show you my version of mindset. I'm a martial artist. I'm a competitive athlete. I'm a sales athlete. So when I say mindset, okay, I am very practical with my mindset. Okay, and this coming Tuesday, I'm going to go into detail of exactly, as a closer, how do you get that perfect alignment so that applying for gigs is not out of desperation. Getting on sales calls, you don't experience call reluctance. Okay, and once you have that consistency coming from a place of burning from within, your skill goes up, your comfort in those skills goes up, your comfort in being uncomfortable goes up. So your muscles grow. And in 3 months, in 6 months, as everyone starts to quit because they're not seeing the results, your muscles grow, so your stock grow. Your stock grows, so your confidence grow. Your confidence grows, so your consistency starts to grow. Your discipline is there. You're taking consistent action every day. Can I ask you, by this point, what happens to your progression through the stages? What happens to your income? You tell me. Okay, so if you want the details, okay, for this Tuesday's training, okay, give me a comment, #Tuesday in the chat. So what I'll do, I will send you a message on Messenger and I'll get you set up. Okay, we have a Telegram group, especially for this event. Okay, there's already 13 of us in there. And in that chat, okay, once I see that you are full-time, you are committed, you are serious, I will approve you inside. This is not for those part-timer freebie warriors. This is for legit serious professionals that regard this as a business. You are serious about building this business for yourself, not playing some 7-week game. Okay, then the training will be held on a Zoom call. Okay, it will be held on a Zoom call. It's interactive. I'll be answering your questions. Okay, there is work to be done. Okay, so that part-time mentality, that freebie warrior mentality, that try mentality, you want to play at this level, you want to build this into a real business, okay, throw that old attitude away. That old attitude is not going to serve you. That idea of staying in your comfort zone, of role-playing, feeling so busy and productive. But if you're not building the business, okay, throw that attitude away. Comment #Tuesday and I'll send you a Messenger. So Wendy is asking, I'm sorry, what time again? So I'm going to type it in the chat. Okay, it's going to be August 10, Tuesday. August 10, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, you can catch it live, you can catch it the replay. You'll probably need to watch the training a few times because there is work to be done. It's not one of those BS webinar, you know, like 5 secrets and then you have to pay. It's not one of those BS training. It's a real, there's work to be done. Okay, and not everyone is going to do the work. Okay, so if you're serious, then drop a comment #Tuesday. I will get you set up. Because I am not one of those sales coaches that sells sales training to salespeople and then make my living out of it. Okay, I am closing full time, and this coaching is what I do on the side because I can see you struggling, and I had to decide. You know, do I step forward and help, or do I just continue to close and pretend that I don't see you guys struggling? Okay, so I am doing this full time. I'm living by example. I'm sharing what's working, what's not working. That's what it is. Okay. Awesome. I see a #Tuesday from Wendy, so I will send you a DM after this live, okay, to get you set up. And the rest of you watching the replay, okay, if you want to be part of Tuesday's training, okay, just comment #Tuesday and I'll get you set up. If you have any questions, okay, don't be afraid to ask. Just type in the chat, okay, or your takeaways, put it in the chat as well. And if you want to keep it private, you can always drop me a DM, okay, either on Facebook or on Telegram at Sean Sena. That's SEANSENA. Let me know who you are, where you're from, why you got into this game, what are your goals. Okay, what do you feel is holding you back? Usually it's an internal problem, okay, because the how is just 5%. The technical stuff is very easy. Once I coach my students, I just hold their hand, show them how it's done. They can easily take action. But the real reason they don't take action is always the internal stuff. So, okay, drop your attachment to the frameworks, the scripts, the external techniques, because if you truly believe in yourself, you can very quickly, very easily fail forwards, get help, get coached, and then the rest becomes easy. Okay, so once you get through the first stage, the stage 2 and 3, you will know how to handle it on yourself. Okay, so I hope this all makes sense. I enjoyed doing this. Thank you, Wendy. It's a pleasure. Okay, and I will see you for this Tuesday's training. If this video ever hits you at a later time, okay, just drop a comment and I will get you set up as well. Okay, until next time, have a great day, have a great night, and see you Tuesday. Bye-bye.